This picture was took by me on my second trip to this liquor store, which is located on Bonar in San Pablo. Originally went in because the first time I went, a week before, I noticed they had the fruit by the foot container above the electric cigarette display. On this trip, he had moved it. But as I went to the back of the store, you can see he has candies, chocolates, and ice creams displayed right next to and above a 3 for 99-cent deal for cigars. I took this picture because trash isn't uncommon on BART train floors. When I seen the empty cigarette box, the concern was that kids usually pick up things when they are bored or on family trips. A sight that isn't uncommon, stuffed in bushes or thrown freely along a path, trash is everywhere.
You would think candy belongs on the shelf, right? Along with other candy. These placements are no accident. The candy being next to the good time cigar packs brings more attraction and becomes tempting to youth. The cigarillos and candy complement each other. The candy literally matches the cigar packaging. Why is that most corner stores in South and West Berkeley have this similar display? This is just another way of targeting youth in low-income neighborhoods, predominantly who are people of color. We mainly see this happening in areas where there's high numbers of African Americans and Latinos in underrepresented communities. It's not fair that there is an unequal distribution. These stores are aware of who comes to buy their products, and by placing the tobacco products, the sweets is an obvious example of making blunt wraps and Swisher products appeal to young people in these special spots and having easy access. This picture says, "I want youth," and having bright colors says it even more. The retailers are smart enough to know that many kids in these neighborhoods smoke marijuana. They know what we want, so it's not a coincidence the candy and the ice cream is placed along the side of good time cigars. We're also at war with these big tobacco companies as well as our community stores, but everything is only to make a profit off of us. Young people are really impacted by the use of tobacco and marijuana. Seeing this group of middle school students smoking was a bit shocking to me. I'm well aware that youth are smoking at an early age, but I have witnessed it more than ever in 2012. On my way home, I spotted a group of young teenage boys smoking a blunt. I asked, "Why do they smoke?" And one of the youth jokingly replied, "For his friend, he'd be ready to go on a killing spree if he don't have no weed." And another youth said, "They smoke because of stress." They are so young, and it's sad to see how they have become dependent to smoking blunts. It's no doubt that stress is a contributing factor, but it also has to do with how tobacco companies strategize. The tobacco companies are working whether people want to believe it or not. The people in higher power bombard us with harmful tobacco products that can kill us, not to mention other social injustices within these neighborhoods face. They want us to kill ourselves. It's really sad because the history of tobacco will continue to repeat itself. A generation of lifelong smokers. The tobacco companies are well aware of when young people start smoking, the harder it is for them to quit and the least they are concerned about quitting.